Hi everyone, this is Amit, and in this video we'll be learning what is appeal in GST, what are the applications against which appeal can be filed, and what are the steps to file the appeal in short. So let's start with what is appeal. Any of the taxpayer or unregistered person who is not happy by the decision or order passed by the tax officer. So what he can do, he can file appeal to the first appellate authority, and the time period to file the appeal is 3 months from the date on which decision or order is communicated. So let's start with what are the applications against which the appeal can be filed. So let's start with number one, which is appeal against rejected application of registration. So in this, let's say there is a person who has started his business. So he wanted to get registered in the GST regime. So what he will be doing is he will be coming to GST portal. He will be giving the mandatory details required for getting the registration. That can be mobile number, legal name, PAN, Aadhaar, principal place of business, authorized signatory, everything. And he will be submitting the application. So as soon as he submits it, he will be getting one application reference number, and this application will be getting assigned to the officer of that jurisdiction. So what officer will be doing, he will be doing some investigation, he will be checking all the form or details filed by the person, and if he is agree, he will approve the registration, and if he is not agree, he will the issue show cause notice. So after getting the show cause notice, what the person will be doing, he'll be giving the clarification for the questions asked by the officer. Now clarification has been filed. Now still officer thinks no, the clarification is not acceptable and there is some mistakes in the form. So what he can do, he can just reject the registration application. So now the person, he left with only the rejected application. So what he can do is he can navigate to the GST portal. He can log in with the temporary reference number what he gets at the time of doing registration, and then he can file the appeal to the appellate authority. Then the second application is appeal against suo motu cancellation order. So in this application, what happens now? The person is registered. He is a taxpayer who is having the GSTN. But let's say the some of the officer, what he has did, he has just done some investigation and he has found that there is something incorrect happening with the taxpayer. He is not filing the return or he is doing some fraud in his business. So what officer can do is he can cancel the registration. So as soon as suo motu cancellation order is issued, the taxpayer becomes inactive and he won't be able to perform any of the activities on the portal. Now what he can do is he can correct the things, or he can file the returns, or he can prepare with all the clarifications, and then he can navigate to the portal and he can file the appeal. Now, third application is appeal against rejected cancellation application, which is filed by the taxpayer. So in this application, what happens now? The taxpayer, he wants to close the business, or he there is some reason he want to cancel his registration. So what he does, he just files the cancellation application from the portal, and now this application get assigned to the officer of his jurisdiction. But officer feels that something is wrong, the return is pending, or registration cannot be cancelled at this point, so he can reject the application. Now the taxpayer is left with the active application. So what he can do is he can file the appeal to appellate authority against the rejected order. Now, fourth application is appeal against rejected core amendment application, which is filed by the taxpayer. So, in this application, let's say that there is one taxpayer who wants to modify some of his information. For example, he wants to modify his principal place of business or some other details, authorized signatory or something has to be updated. So, what he will be doing, he will be filing core amendment from the GST portal. But when amendment is filed and this application gets assigned to the officer, he does the investigation from his end and he found that what are the information is provided by the taxpayer is not relevant or it's incomplete. So what he can do, he can reject the application. Now the taxpayer, what he can do, he can take the rejected application number and then he can file the appeal. Now the fifth application is appeal against assessment orders. So, what are these assessment orders? So, let's say some of the taxpayer is doing some kind of fraud, is not paying the return, or something a business he is doing which he is not showing. So, what officer can do? Adjudicating authority will be issuing one DRC 07 order to him, which is a demand order with some amount which has to be paid by taxpayer. Now, taxpayer, when he goes through the demand order, he finds no, instead of complete the amount, only the 50% I have to pay, or 70% or 80%, whatever. So, just he can raise the dispute and he can file the appeal against this DRC 07 order. Now, the next order is appeal against non-assessment orders. So, as we have saw in assessment orders, where we can uh, add the disputed amount and he can file the appeal. But in non-assessment, there will not be any disputed amount or any amount related information. So here there will be the orders against which appeal can be filed. So let's say in provisional assessment there is one order. Taxpayer has filed requested the officer to do the provisional assessment. But now what officer has did, he has rejected his application. So against this rejection he can file the appeal. Now the second is like any of the officer, he is attaching the property of the taxpayer and he has issued the provisional attachment order. So against this provisional attachment order, taxpayer can file the appeal. Or let's say provisional attachment is issued. Now the taxpayer has filed the application to restore the provisional attachment. But what officer has did? He has rejected the restoration order. So against this application also appeal can be filed. Or let's say in the provisional assessment there is a function of releasing of security by the officer. So let's say if releasing of security got rejected by the officer. So now what taxpayer can do? Again he can file the appeal. Now we'll move to seventh one. So seventh one is appeal against LUT. So let me explain you what is LUT. LUT, it's like a later undertaking done by the taxpayer. In this, like exporter, what he does, he declares that he or she will be fulfilling all the requirement that is prescribed under GST law while exporting without making IGST payment. So this is the undertaking given by the taxpayer, which is the mandatory requirement. So once undertaking is given, it will be getting assigned to the officer of his jurisdiction. So if it got rejected by the officer, now what can be done by the taxpayer? So now we will be filing the appeal against rejected LUT order. Similarly, now eighth application is appeal against refund order. So in refund order, what happens? Let's say if taxpayer has filed a refund against any kind of return or assessment order or appeal order, or it can be like excess cash in the ledger. He has filed the refund application, but the refund processing officer, what he has did, he has rejected the application, or somehow he has issued the RFD 6 with partly amount disbursing to the taxpayer. So now taxpayer is not happy. So what he can do against that rejected order or RFD 6 order, he can still file the appeal to appellate authority. Now the ninth one is like appeal against enforcement orders. So in GST, enforcement officers, they start investigation on the a taxpayer's account, and if they found something fishy, what they can do, they will be starting the cases against them, and they will be issuing the MOV 9, MOV 11, or their rectified version as a demand order to the taxpayer. So against this demand order, if taxpayer thinks he is not happy or he is aggrieved, so still he can file the appeal to appellate authority. And now the last one is appeal against advance ruling order. So advance ruling, it's a functionality where the taxpayer can file this application to get ruling over some of the orders. And if any advance ruling order he has received from the tax officer, but he is not happy, he thinks something has to be modified or has to be corrected. So what he can do? He can even file appeal against this. So these are the 10 orders against which appeal can be filed in GST regime. So in short, let's see now how appeal can be filed for all this kind of application. So what taxpayer has to do? He has to log in to the GST portal. Then he has to navigate to services. from services to user services. From there, he has to go to my applications, and there he has to select the type of application as appeal to appellate authority. Then after selecting this type, then he has to click on new application button. So after clicking on new application button, there is one drop down of order type. So he can select any of the order, that can be refund, that can be registration, that can be assessment, non-assessment, or LUT. After selecting the order, he can enter the rejected order number, or if it is assessment, he can enter the demand order number. And after entering the demand order, he can just click on search button. So what he'll be able to see is APL01 form. So he can just fill the complete application along with the documents in case required, and just he can submit the application with the EVC or DSC. Post submission, he'll be getting one ARN, that is he can use it for tracking purpose. And after getting the ARN within the 7 days, he has to submit the hard copies to the actual officer so that he can start the proceeding. So this is the actual information related to appeal. So hope it may help you in somehow in some way. Thanks for watching the video.